Hey, how's it going everyone? My name is KaijuGuts, and today let's talk about the Nintendo Labo. For those of you that don't know, the Nintendo Labo is one of Nintendo's latest IPs, if you can call it that. In any case, the Labo is two different game kits containing cardboard which can be modeled into certain shapes and can then be connected to the Nintendo Switch's Joy-Cons and screen. Put simply, it is a physical form of AR, and for those of you who don't know what AR is, it's short for accentuated reality. While most gaming companies are delving into virtual reality, or VR for short, Nintendo has always dabbled in AR and seems to continue down that route. Granted, this new quote-unquote AR is less technology-based than its predecessors, such as the AR cards that came with the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. Do y'all remember that? I do. I have two pairs. I don't know what to do with them. They weren't fun. Why, Nintendo? Why? In any case, like the AR cards, there was also Pokemon Go. But regardless of whether or not this is technology intensive, it is still arguably AR given that it does accentuate your reality, and it sort of immerses you in a game, just like the cards and Pokemon Go did. So, by the definition of it, or the definition I have given, it is AR. If you follow me on Twitter, by the way, follow me on Twitter, it's @RegoOni. I post updates about videos, art, and some memes, pretty good memes. I'll have the link in the description down below. You should go follow, yeah! If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that my first reactions to the Nintendo reveal of the Labo were not the kindest. Regardless, after rewatching the trailers and reconsidering my opinions, I've come to realize that I generally do like the Labo. It's a fun idea for both kids and adults, and I personally plan on pre-ordering the robot kit so I can get it before scalpers do. However, do I have some criticisms of the Labo? Of course I do. Although I think it's neat that it's a neat idea and perfect for kids, I do think that this might be counterintuitive. Unless the Labo sets are made of reinforced cardboard, I know there's different types of flutes, which is the actual padding of these different types of cardboard. But regardless, unless these are reinforced cardboard, these things will not last with children. No offense to any kids or parents of kids watching this video. Y'all are probably excellent people, but it isn't surprising that although kids love creating, they also love destroying, even if indirectly. Of course, this is coming from my personal experiences as a kid, but I think my childhood was kind of representative of the childhoods of many other kids. As kids, you don't really know the value of things because you tend not to spend money on your belongings, so you end up not taking as much care of them as you should. For example, you might beg for this toy for months, and once you get it, you might just kind of treat it poorly and it might end up breaking within a couple of days. Of course, this isn't always the case for every kid. It wasn't the case for me, but I did tend to not take care of things as much because, again, I wasn't spending any of my own money. And that can be said for many other kids. So, yeah, as long as there is some padding that is, well constructed and good for the cardboard and the amount of use it will get, then it won't be an issue. But if it's just standard cardboard that can be crushed under somebody's foot, I think that will be counterintuitive, for a lack of a better term. Moving on from these concerns, however, I'm also critical of the fact that Nintendo of Europe completely ditched their Wii U tab on their website and replaced it with a Nintendo Labo tab. Yeah, I understand why from an economic standpoint, given that the Wii U flopped as a console, but at the same time, really, Nintendo? I get that, again, the Wii U didn't sell, but prioritizing cardboard over a whole console? I get that this is just Nintendo of Europe, but, what's stopping every other Nintendo website from doing it? They're completely phasing out one of their main consoles from their website before the Labo is even released, and again, the Labo is just cardboard. Well, not just cardboard, but it's predominantly cardboard. So, yeah, it's not even a main game or a console or anything, it's just a side thing they developed. From a more subjective point of view, that's kind of disrespectful to a console that has some of the best games to come from Nintendo, such as Splatoon and Mario Maker. I do realize that there weren't that many good titles on the Wii U, but it's still a console a lot of people, myself included, hold close to their hearts. I still visit the Wii U to this very day to play Super Smash Bros. And just sometimes play other games. I know a lot of these old Wii U games such as Pokken Tournament, which I still play all the time even though I've heard that the deluxe edition is the much more refined version. It still kind of hurts, these games that I really loved, Yeah, maybe they're getting ported to the Switch, and maybe they'll be better on the Switch. But it still sucks to see Nintendo completely phase out the console where they originally found themselves. It kinda just thinks that Nintendo, or at the very least Nintendo of Europe, are completely dropping the predecessor to the Switch. It might, again, I understand the finances of it, but just from an emotional standpoint, it does kinda hurt. Now, I'm gonna carry on to like something I really wasn't gonna talk about because I didn't script it out, so I apologize if this part sounds a bit more rambly, but scalping is gonna be so interesting to see just with this thing alone. Again, the Labo is predominantly cardboard, so it's going to be interesting to see people pre-order this and then resell it for a ridiculous amount once Nintendo, with their track history, ends up not producing enough supply for the demand. And realistically speaking, yeah, it's cardboard, but there's going to be a lot of demand for this, especially from parents who think, oh, it's going to be cheap, or because at least not with a robot kit, but for the varied kit, I think that's what it's called. There's a bunch of games on it, so parents are going to be like, oh yeah, instead of buying my kid this $60 game that comes with the one game, I'm going to buy my kid this other thing that has a bunch of mini games. And yeah, like they're not going to be aware that there's more than just one, like mini games aren't the same as a game, but just from a parental standpoint, oh, more games, even though regardless of the game size, means more content. So I'm gonna buy this over, let's say, ARMS, or I don't know what else is on the Switch. Breath of the Wild, that too. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch people scalp this, because it's gonna be cardboard that, yeah, sells for $80, but it's gonna sell for what, like $200 if there isn't enough supply? And I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to watch, and hopefully it doesn't like ruin the quote-unquote Nintendo economy, if you could say that. I just hope that it doesn't undergo the same thing as the Amiibo, because Amiibo's going from $12 to like up to $100 on eBay or like even Amazon from resellers. I don't know, doing that with cardboard it's gonna sting a bit. But beyond that, I still think the Labo is good. The Labo's a neat little addition to Switch, and I think a lot of people will have fun with it. But if Nintendo didn't decide to make this cardboard reinforced, then it will go down an unsuccessful route. I don't want to be that guy, but I don't think it will do good if it's just straight up flimsy cardboard. I don't think it will be, just based on like the trailers and stuff, but you never know. And on that note, I hope you all did enjoy this video. I feel like it's a bit quicker than my other videos, but I just wanted to share my thoughts with the Nintendo Labo before it became irrelevant. And if you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out. And if you are subscribed, remember to hit that bell for notifications. Links to my social media, are in the description down below, as well as the link to my GoFundMe for computer repairs. I'll see you all next time. Bye!